There was a time, there were the judges judging. Oy vey. It says, when it says Vayihi, the rabbis have said, Oy vey, Vehaya, yay, this is going to be good, you know? Vayihi is always a tzorah. What was the problem? The judges needed to be judged in those days. That sounds familiar. And there was a famine in the land, and there was this man from the breadbasket of Yehuda who went to be a stranger in the land in the fields of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. The name of the man was Elimelech. He's got a pazer on top, you know, big shot, Elimelech. And the name of his wife was Naomi. She was the pleasant one. And the name of the 2 sons were Machlon and Kilion, Siki and Consumpti. They were people of landed gentry of the breadbasket of Judea, and they came to the field of Moab, and that's where they were. And Elimelech kept on dying, and his wife Naomi, I say kept on dying because Vayamat, you know, it's in the durative. So I'm sure that he had not an easy time with it, you know. The man of Naomi, and she remained alone with her 2 sons. So they married Moabite wives, and the name of one was the back of the neck, and the name of the second one was, if you're thirsty, she quenches the thirst. Ruth. Orpah is the back, Oref, the back of the neck, and there's Ruth. And then they lived there for 10 years. And the 2 of them kept on dying, Machlon and Kilion. And the woman, Naomi, remained without her 2 children and her husband. So she got up, she and her daughters-in-law, to return from the fields of Moab, because she heard in the fields of Moab that God had remembered his people to give them bread again. She went away from that place where she used to live, she and her 2 daughters-in-law with her, and they would be going, they were going on the road to return to the land of Judea. Naomi said to the 2 daughters-in-law, go, return each one to their mother's house. Let God be as kind with you as you have been with me and with those husbands who have now died. May God give it to you that you will find, each one of you, rest, each woman in the house of her husband. She kissed them, and they all started to cry. And they said, no, we don't want to leave you. We want to go back with you to your people. And Naomi said, go back, my daughters. Why should you come with me? Do I still have children in my belly that you could then later on marry? You remember the Levirate marriage? Return. I'm much too old to make babies at this point. If I really had a hope that I could possibly become pregnant this very night, I would have wanted to be with a man and make children. But even if I could do that, would you want to hang in there and wait all the time until they will grow up? And until that time, you will be anchored down. Listen to that word. Alahen te'agena. Do you know what the word is for a woman whose husband doesn't want to give her a divorce, or whose husband was lost and she can't remarry? She's called an aguna. And here you have the word that is used in the Tanakh about aguna. Do you want to be an aguna until they will grow up? Oy, my dear daughters, I feel so bitter because I feel the hand of God has been out on me. could almost hear her say, we should have stayed and hungered with the rest of our brothers and sisters in Bethlehem and not gone to the fields of Moab. Maybe my husband would still be alive. Maybe my children would still be alive. They all raised their voices and they're crying.